Good morning, everybody. I hope you'll sing this with me. This is Spirit in This Place. We have come together as family. We have come here as we are. Oh, we have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Yeah, Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof and proud to praise. Spirit's in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm our life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Oh, Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise a roof for shouts and praise. Spirit's in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof for shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. Good morning, everybody. Glad to see you all. Happy May.
Good morning. I am Reverend Jeffrey Kealoha Ryan. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to serve Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, where love lives here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Sunday, May 3rd. And for everybody celebrating birthdays this month, happy birthday. So I know that today is our beloved Casey Wilson's birthday. So a big shout out to Casey. Happy birthday, Casey. And Ha'oli Lahanau. I know that you are there on the big island of Hawaii, and it is wonderful to have you with us here and celebrating your birthday with us this morning. If you are celebrating an anniversary this month, we want to wish you a very wonderful and happy anniversary. We know that love lives here, and love lives here right in the center of your being, and love lives there right in the center of your relationships. So thank you and congratulations to all the newlyweds, all those celebrating anniversaries today. We want to welcome you once again to our live stream, our virtual Sunday morning gathering that we participate in every Sunday morning here at 10:30. On Facebook Live and YouTube Live. So welcome. We have wonderful things in store for you this morning. We are debuting our brand new video a little bit later in our gathering time here together. You won't want to miss it. It is really beautiful. And if you've been missing a little bit of connection with one another, this is going to be a great way for you to see each other's faces. I am so excited about this. I created it on Wednesday, and I've been watching it almost nonstop since then. So all the likes and all the views that are out there already, that's all me, because I'm so excited, and I've been missing all of you. And watching the video over and over again has really brought you that much closer to me today and closer to me this week. And I trust that you will experience the same, but we're going to share that with you a little bit later on. So there's a little teaser there for you. But we are going to go ahead and start As we always do, or as we have been doing, we are going to start by singing Love Lives Here with Jubel. So Jubel, I invite you to take us and lead us right into that in just a moment. If you are watching on Facebook, I encourage you to share this video with your friends, your family, put it up on your wall. Start a watch party if you want to, and really get the message out. We've been experiencing higher and higher numbers of people seeing and connecting with us here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, and that is so exciting to see that people are tuning in to experience what we know happens here, that love that happens here, because as we know, love lives here. So, Jubel, I invite you to come on in and lead us.
All right. Well, I wrote this song for us, and I love you all, and here it is. Please sing along if you know it. When the world gets you down and you're feeling lonely, when you can't find your truth or find your center, there are many here who gather together. Unconditionally, we love each other, and the scars that we see just make us stronger. We breathe it in together. We'll hold you up with grace. We know that love lives here in you and me. Love lives here. My soul breaks free. So excited to be united with you. Where love lives. Where love lives. When life gets you down, you can see the future. When it all seems too much for you to handle, there are many here who gather together. Unconditionally, we pray together, and the hurt that you feel will be set free. We breathe it in together. We'll hold you up with grace. You know that love lives here in you and me. Love lives here. My soul breaks free. So excited to be united with you. Where love lives. Where love lives. You sing it. Here we go. Love lives here in you and me. Love lives here. My soul breaks free. I'm so excited to be united with you. Where love lives. Where love lives. Good morning. Yay. I have faith, I pray faith, I choose faith, I am faith. I have faith, I pray faith, I choose faith, I am faith. I have hope, I pray hope, I choose hope, I am hope. I have hope, I pray hope, I choose hope, I am hope. I have love, I pray love, I choose love, I am love. I have love, I pray love, I choose love, I am love. Sing with me. I have faith, I pray faith, I choose faith, I am faith. I have faith, I pray faith, I choose faith. I am faith.
Good morning. I'm Constance Stringfellow, one of the licensed spiritual practitioners here at the Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. And let's turn within, listening to our heartbeat. Let's turn to that place, that special place where God is. I know that God is the one power, the one presence, the one truth, the one divine energy. This energy is God. God is perfect love, peace, and wholeness. God is divine intelligence, beauty, and abundance. God is compassion, clarity, and order. God is wisdom, but God is so much more than this. I know that the one power and the one presence radiates through and around all things, seen and unseen, and I am one with it. And we are all connected in unity with this one power, this one life, this one breath, this one heartbeat. We do not have to think or to remember to make our hearts beat. Let's open our minds and turn our attention and our awareness to the heart center. There's an essence and a power with this heartbeat. The heart is the center of divine love. The heart never lies, it never holds a grudge, it only loves. This love is the essence of our truth. Let's be willing to open our hearts and receive guidance from the divine. Whenever we're feeling any confusion, worry, or doubt, let's be willing to listen and to be guided and trust. What if we surrender to this holy union, carefully listening to the inner voice of truth that is speaking to us in the quiet? Let's be willing to listen to our hearts. The heart, the divine center, speaks to us. It never misguides us, never misleads us. So let's not let our heart be troubled. God speaks to us through a language of affirming, a language which affirms. Let's be willing to love and be loved. Let's be guided and directed to our highest and best good. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to listen for guidance and to receive guidance. I'm open and willing to hear the voice of Spirit. I know that we are guided and we're on purpose for our vision, that we're led by divine love. And I bless this service. I know that it unfolds in perfect divine order, and I just let it be so. And so it is.
Where I am, God is. Where I stand, God is standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life in and out and through me. As me, where I sing, God is. Where I dance, joy lifts my feet. Where I live, beauty flowing free, in and out and through me, as me. For where I doubt, God is the faith in me. Where I cry, God is the comfort here. Where I seek, God is the answer. Here and now, forever and ever and ever. Where I speak, truth is. Where I work, love is my career. Where I play, God is playing boldly, in and out and through me, as me. Where I stand, where I play, where I work and breathe and move and be, and where I sing, where I dance and dance, and wherever I go, where I pray and take and give and live, God is. God is. God is. God is.
Thank you, Jabel. It's one of my favorite Faith Rivera songs, God Is. It's just one of those that just transports me and takes me into that stillness, into that quietude, into my heart space. And thank you, Constance, for the beautiful, beautiful invocation, inviting us into that heart space this day. So let's begin, as we always do at this time. Let's begin with our focus statement, shall we? So here it is up on the screen for you. I want you to say it nice and loud with all the V's, all the vim, vigor, velocity, voluptuousness that you can muster wherever you are. I'm coming to you once again live from my living room, and maybe you're sitting out on your lanai, maybe you are in your dining room, maybe you're sitting in the comfort of your living room. Wherever you are this day, I invite you to raise your voice, lift up your voice, and really speak this into existence, shall we? So here we go. We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Woo! Yes, I said that nice and loud, and it made my nose vibrate, and now it's itching. There you go. All right. There. Hi. So this is live, right? So there you go. It is so good to be with you, my beloveds, here on this third day of May. It's already May. It's amazing how quickly this year is just seeming to fly by. And this year here at Centers for Spiritual Living, excuse me, maybe again, I don't know. All right. This year here at Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide, we are working with the theme of 2020 Spiritual Vision. And this month, now that we are in the month of May, this month's theme is listening to your heart, or listen to your heart. So it was very appropriate and very beautiful that Constance incorporated that idea into today's invocation. And today we are looking at the theme of the seat of the soul, the seat of the soul. There are many ways of interpreting the word soul, many, many ways of interpreting the word soul. And the way we are going to be looking at it today really is that individualized piece of yourself, that individualized divine substance that lives, moves, breathes, and has its being in and as you, that individualized portion of the divine that is always connected and always one with the divine. That is, because what we know is that the divine is all that there is, and we are one with it. We are the divine emanation and impartation of it. The totality of our being is the divine made manifest. And there is that part of us that is immortal. There is that part of us that is eternal. There is that part of us that was never born and will never die. And that part of us, some folks call the soul. It is that connection. It is that eternal divine peace within us. It is that still small voice within us. It is the very essence of who we are. It is the totality of our being, with being a capital B, the being. So that is how we are going to approach soul today, is that we are looking at it as that piece of us that is the individualized expression that is always eternal, that is forever expanding, that is that piece of us that when we say namaste, that it is the divine in me that recognizes the divine in you and honors the divine in you. It's that same piece. If we were to look at it from the idea of I am the branches, I am the vine and ye are the branches, I am the vine, ye are the branches, and we go back to that parable, it is that Christ consciousness, it is that Buddha mind, it is the Shekinah, it is the light, it is the love that is present within us, always keeping us connected to source, and it is source itself. But it is that individualized high idea, that individualized high consciousness within each and every one of us. Ernest Holmes approaches soul from a slightly different perspective. He uses soul to mean the creative medium that we also call the law, that we call subjective mind, that is that creative medium that knows how to create everything and all of creation, that regardless of what high idea is placed into it, that it is that substance, it is that medium that knows how to create, and that then produces life, that then produces form. And these two ideas of soul are not completely separate from one another, because there is only how many? One, right? There are multiple aspects of the one life, the love, the law. There are multiple aspects, but again, they're all the same. So we're going to focus on soul here today. And what does it mean to be seated, the seat of the soul? What does that look like? What does that mean? So currently, we are experiencing a pandemic. I don't think that this is news to you. It's certainly not news to me or anybody here, right? That we are currently experiencing a pandemic. We are experiencing a pandemic that there is a virus, right? We are experiencing a pandemic of dis-ease that is attributed to a virus. But what I would say is that we are also experiencing a pandemic of dis-ease that is attributed to fear. Breathe that in for a second. We're not experiencing just one pandemic that showed up fairly recently on the global scale, but we are also experiencing a pandemic that has been throughout ages, that has been a long time in the making, that has been present with us for a very, very, very long time. And this is the pandemic of fear. What we often affirm, and what you may have heard, is that fear, an acronym for fear is just an acronym. Fear is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. Michael Bernard Beckwith said that it's fear is an acronym for false evidence appearing real. And that's a really wonderful way of looking at fear. That really what we're seeing is that it's false evidence. It's not the truth, but yet it's appearing to be the truth. And because it's appearing to be the truth, or it's appearing to be real, right, then we react to that. We react to that false evidence appearing real. And we react in fear, right? Another acronym for fear, another acronym that fear could stand for is forget everything and run. And frequently that is what we do when we are experiencing fear. We forget who we are. We forget everything we know. We forget the truth of our being, and we run away from it. And we run away from it because we are in reaction to whatever the outside stimulus is. So fear itself is no thing. Fear itself is a reaction. It is a response that we have. The only power that fear has is the power that we give it, the power that we assign it. So as the master teacher once said, thou couldst have no power over me unless it was given thee of God. So if we remember that we are the ones feeding the fear, we are the ones giving power to the fear, then we also recognize that because we have full control and full responsibility for our lives, that we have that full responsibility for our lives, we have complete control, if you will, over our thoughts and over our responses and over our reactions, that we have the power within us, we have the dominion within us to take back the power that we have given out there, that we have projected outside of ourselves into these situations. Dennis Merritt Jones says that fear itself is always linked to death or loss. Any fear that you're experiencing, any fear that you're thinking about, any fear, any worry, any doubt, any frustration, any anger, any envy, any jealousy, all those are expressions of fear, that all fear is somehow related to the fear of death, the fear of loss. Think about that. What are you worried about? You're worried about loss of income. You're worried about your loss of job. You may be worried that we can never go back outside again. What are you fearful of? What are you fearing? It's loss of some sort. And what we know is if that God is with us, then nothing and no one can be against us, right? If we bring ourselves back into the realization that God truly is all there is, the divine truly is all there is, Goddess is truly all that there is, love is truly all that there is, then nothing can be against us. There is only one power. There is not two powers. There is no other power on the planet. There is only this one power, this one life, this one infinite intelligence, this one love. And it's up to us to remember that. We have that opportunity to remember that and go back to that and go back to that. Because when we are reacting, when we are forgetting everything and running, we tend to engage in unskilled behavior, would you say? We tend to engage in that unskilled behavior. That unskilled behavior that we're seeing all around us right now. That unskilled behavior that we are seeing on television with people with AR-15s storming state capitals. We are seeing that fear, that unskilled behavior, people forgetting who they are, going to the beaches of Southern California, protesting because they are in fear of loss of something that was for them. They're in fear of loss. And as me personally, as I've been watching all these things this week, I too have been in fear. What have I been in fear with? I've been in fear that perhaps we won't emerge on the other side of this better than we came into it. What I've been fearing is that perhaps we won't take this opportunity of sheltering in grace to really look at and evaluate and assess how we've been functioning, how we've been living on the planet. I'm fearful that we will miss the opportunity that we have been so graciously and generously been given by Spirit, as all of creation, that we will miss this opportunity to rise in consciousness, individually and as a society and as a global being, a global planet. That's what I've been in fear of this week. But again, if I'm in fear, right, that's happening within me. That fear is here. And so what do I have the ability to do with that fear? What I can do is I can turn to Spirit. I can turn to that inner knowing that there is the divine presence within me, my individualized soul, and I can turn there and turn within and bring myself into alignment with the truth and properly seat my soul right in the center of my being so that my soul is fully enthroned in its proper place. And then I can come before that and I can lay my fear down. I can express my fear. I can share my fear. And what is it that the divine is going to say? What is it that the divine would have me know at this moment in time? The divine, the individualized soul, the soul that is connected to that divine intelligence known as all of life, but it is inhabiting my being, enthroned, if you will, right here in the center of my being. What it would have me know is that there is only one life. That life is perfect, that life is God's life, and that life is my life now. It would have me know that everything is unfolding in divine right action and in divine right ways. It would have me know that all of every experience, everything that is happening is for the evolution of my individualized consciousness and the evolution of the consciousness on the planet. It would have me know that despite appearances, despite false evidence appearing real, that everything is happening and occurring in absolute perfection and divine right order. It would have me know that love leads the way. It would have me know that love is present right here where I am, and because it is present right where I am, it is present in everything that I see. It allows me to see beyond the unskilled behavior. It allows me to see through to the divine within each beloved. It allows me to then have compassion for the fear that they are experiencing. It allows me to have compassion for the fear that I've been experiencing myself. It allows me to be gentle with myself. It allows me to see things rightly. It allows me to see the way Spirit sees. See with the eyes of Spirit, listen with the ear of Spirit, and feel with the heart of Spirit. For when I bring myself back into alignment, then I can know that all is truly well. That's the truth. That there is only one power here. There's not two. There's not me and other. There's not the divine and other. And in a world where so many feel lost, we know the divine. And when we come back to our center, when we realize and we properly seat our soul upon its throne and live from that place and listen from that place and take action from that place, then fear changes yet again to face everything and rise. We have the inner fortitude, we have the strength, we have the power. Because what happens is when we are in full alignment with our soul, when we are there fully and properly aligned with our soul, and we are fully in service to our soul, to our divine knowingness, to that inner power, to that inner presence, when we are in service to that, life shifts. Love comes forth. And where love is present, anything unlike it must fall away. Where divine wisdom is present, anything unlike it must fall away. Where peace is present, anything unlike it must fall away. Where wholeness is present, anything unlike it must fall away. And so, being in alignment with our soul, we face everything. And we rise. We rise on the wings of love. We rise on a cloud of divine wisdom. We rise in unity. Because when we remember our soul is an individualized expression of the whole, then it is very easy to remember that we are all interconnected, that we are all one with the one, that we are all one with each other. And so it becomes easy to surrender. It becomes easy to surrender those things that have been holding us back. It becomes easy to surrender because we know that we are surrendering into a divine order. We are not surrendering into chaos. We are not giving up. We are giving up. And when we give up, we enter into that higher state of consciousness where the fears, the worries, the doubts, the anger, the envy, the jealousy do not live, cannot be present, because we are centered and anchored, enthroned in the seat of our soul. Breathe that in. And so let's come together in consciousness. I recognize right here and right now that there is just this one life, this one infinite eternal living and having its being in, through, and as all of creation. That it is the very truth, it is the very essence, it is the very being itself. It is the ground of all being, this high consciousness. And through itself, of itself, as itself, it brought forth all of creation through itself, through its own creative medium, that through its own soul. Spirit brought forth form. And it is this soul that is individualized as each and every one of us. It is the spirit that is individualized as each one of us. And in this moment, I choose to call it my soul. And I recognize that my soul is one with the one. I recognize that my soul is infinite and eternal, that my soul is divine order and divine action. My soul is the power and the presence of love that is emanating and imparting itself in, through, and as me, and in, through, and as my life. That the entirety of my being is this one life, is this beautiful individualized expression of this one life. And as I know that this is true of me, I know that this is true of all of creation. I know that this is true of everyone present here this day. And so I speak my word here and now, recognizing and realizing that my soul is seated and enthroned properly, that it is regal and royal, and that it is the one power in my life. It is the one governing factor in my life. It is the one wise sage that makes itself known in the stillness, in the silence. It is that inner power, it is that inner presence that expresses itself through me here and now. It individualizes itself as me and through me, and because it is individualizing itself as and through me, it is individualizing and expressing itself in the collective as well. That our family who have gathered here this day at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, our family here is the embodiment of this individualized soul within each one. We are the collective whole, the collective soul. And as such, we continue to focus our attention there, focus our attention here and now, and allow ourselves to be the vessel through which spirit, through which soul expresses itself, expresses its reverence for, and its love of life, its love of itself. And so I simply allow anything, any doubt, any worry, any confusion, any anger, any envy, any jealousy, any fear to fall back into the nothingness from which it came. For there is no spiritual power to maintain and sustain it. It is not of spirit. It is false evidence appearing real. What we know is that there is only this one life, and that life is the truth. There is only one power. That power is the truth. And anything unlike it must dissolve back into the nothingness from which it came. And so I release all fear. I trust in spirit. And I see every situation that is placed before me, every opportunity that is placed before me, as a chance to remember and to go back to my soul, to seat myself, to align myself with soul, with my soul. And in so doing, I face everything and rise. And so I give thanks for this time. I give thanks for this knowing. I give thanks for this truth, making itself known in this moment, always and in all ways. And I release this word into the law. I give it up to spirit. And I let it be so. And so it is.
I am one, simple and plain, no superpower, no famous name. Something has come alive inside of me. I have felt the Spirit stirring in my soul, deep in my soul. I will give love, I will speak peace, all because of the love that's got a hold of me. So wide open, so amazing. It takes my breath away when it occurs to me. In a world where so many feel lost, I know God. am one, but I'm not alone. When I'm with you, I am whole. By side, we find the truth. When the spirit in me meets the same in you, I have felt this fire burning in my soul, deep in my soul. I will give love, I will speak peace, all because of the love that's got a hold of me. So wide open, so amazing, it takes my breath away when it occurs to me. In a world where so many feel lost, I know God. I will give love, I will speak peace, all because of the love that's got a hold of me. So wide open, so amazing, it takes my breath away when it occurs to me. In a world where so many feel lost, in a world where so many feel lost, in a world where so many feel lost, I feel God. I know God. I know God.
Thank you. Denise Rosier, I Know God, and thank you, Jabel, for singing that. And it's such an appropriate, I just love the words of that song, that in a world where so many feel lost, I know God. And that's what y'all have the opportunity to come back to and to remind ourselves of daily. When we're feeling lost, God is right where we are. Spirit is right where we are. Goddess is right where we are. Whatever name you choose to call the divine, it is right where you are. And it's just as simple as putting your hand over your heart, perhaps, taking a nice deep breath, and feeling the soul enthroned properly upon its seat. And in a world where so many are lost, how blessed we are to know this, to know Spirit, and to know that it is ever present with us. It is right where we are. How fabulous is that? So I want to take a moment here to thank you once again for your generosity to Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. It is truly awe-inspiring to see the contributions that you have been making to the center, just continuing to come in, continuing to pour in, continuing to flow in. Your generosity is just so amazing. It is so beautiful to witness this community coming together like we are. Even though we are coming together here in a virtual gathering, the way we are coming together, the way we are remaining connected with one another throughout the week, and the way we are maintaining our spiritual commitments, the way we are maintaining our commitment to each other and our commitment to our community is absolutely fabulous. It's stunning. It is truly wonderful to witness. And so I want to give you the opportunity to continue to contribute to our community. So on the bottom of the screen there, you will see ways to give. One of the ways is via our text to give. And so you simply get out your mobile device there and go to enter in 951-419-5858 into the address bar of your text message. Enter in 951-419-5858, and then in the message, just enter into the amount and then hit send. If this is your first time giving via text to give, you will receive a statement or a message back inviting you to a secure link that will then prompt you for your information. And remember, it is secure. This is one of the securest ways to continue to contribute to the center. Another way that is really easy to contribute to the center is to go to our website and go up into the upper right-hand corner there of the website. You'll see the word contribute, and you can click on that and you can contribute online. You can also set up recurring contributions. That makes it really nice and easy and very convenient for you, either through the text to give or through the online giving. And of course, you can always mail in your contributions as well. Our address is 3891 Ridge Road, Riverside, California, 92506. We have a brand new, wonderful, secure mailbox out on the front curb. And so we have been receiving mail. We have been receiving your contributions that way as well. So there are multiple ways to give. And once again, we thank you for your generosity. And I want you to know that we are continuing to find ways to come together in community, even though we are physically distanced. But we are still very connected as a community and as a whole. And it was such a joy this week, as I said at the top of our time together, it was such a joy this week to bring this video to you, to create this video that we're getting ready to play for you. Jabel wrote the song about 1.5 years ago for us, using our theme of Love Lives Here. We've been singing it regularly. We've been singing it really regularly recently. And this past week or so, I asked you to send in pictures. And I Facebook stalked some of you because I didn't receive pictures. But we asked you to send in pictures. And the result is this Love Lives Here video featuring you, featuring us, that love lives here. So I invite you to take a breath for a moment in excited anticipation and enjoy. It'll be a second. And here it comes. Can you make it full screen?
When the world gets you down and you're feeling
Just receive me and Jabel
and you
over here.
can't find your truth or find your center, there are many here who gather together. Oh,
There you go.
unconditionally, we love each other, and the scars that we see just make us stronger. We breathe it in together. We'll hold you up with grace. We know that love lives here in you and me. Love lives here. My soul breaks free. I'm so excited to be united with you.
I'm not seeing
Where love
lives. Everyone's watching.
Where love lives. When life gets you down, you can't see the future. When it all seems too much for you to handle, there are many here who gather together. Oh, unconditionally, we pray together, and the hurt that you feel will be set free. We breathe it in together. We'll hold you up with grace. We know that love lives here in you and me. Love lives here. My soul breaks free. I'm so excited to be united with you. Where love lives. Where love lives. Love lives here. My soul breaks free. I'm so excited to be united with you. Where love lives. Where love lives. Love lives here.
So what do you think? Right? Yeah, right? Every time I watch it, and like I said, I've been watching it for like oodles of times this week. I've been getting tears in my eyes. There were tears in my eyes just now as watching it again, seeing all of your beautiful, wonderful faces. So it is up on YouTube, and we will be putting the link up on Facebook as well, but you can find it right there on our YouTube site. So if you're watching us via YouTube today, then all you have to do when we're done here is just click over there and you can watch it and watch it and watch it and watch it and see all your friends, see all your people. Yes, brought tears to your eyes. Yes. Yeah, you're very welcome. It was my honor, my pleasure, and it just feels so good to be with all of you in this way. So as I said, we are creating more content for us to stay together and us to stay connected. And a lot of that is happening on our website. So we really encourage you to go to our website, riversidecsl.org, and explore the website a little bit more. For our village folks and for our folks who are young at heart, we are doing, for the next 3 weeks, we have a story and a craft for you. So if you go to riversidecsl.org/thevillage, you'll find that we have I read a story. It's called I Am Peace. And part of the story has a meditation in it. And the story talks about a young person feeling like their boat has lost its mooring, lost its anchor. And so it's being tossed at sea, with the mindfulness and the thoughts that they're just being tossed at sea, and they're being tossed around, and they're not experiencing peace. They're experiencing turbulence because they feel that their boat has become unanchored. And so it talks about how we can practice mindfulness to anchor our boats, perhaps, and just to allow the boats to rise and fall on the ocean. And it talks about us being able to use our breath and the bellies of our breath, our bellies, to rise and fall. As we inhale, the waves rise, and exhale, the waves fall. So it allows us to think about a boat on the ocean and just rising and falling gently. And so we're practicing mindfulness. And then we created a craft for that, to create a paper origami boat and to decorate it. So there are 2 videos there for you and the young people in your life. One is the story with the meditation, and then the other is the craft for this week. And there we will be continuing to add content that way. We also have riversidecsl.org/meditations, and we have uploaded 3 meditations that practitioner intern Dinah Williams recorded for us. So we have uploaded those for you. So throughout the week, you can meditate anytime by going to riversidecsl.org/meditations. And then I want to draw your attention to our Facebook page. Every day this month, our affirmations that we have been doing diligently for many years now. This month, we have the opportunity for you to create affirmations. We have a prompt on every day is a different prompt. So today's prompt is, today I feel free to, or today I am free to, and then you complete the sentence. And you can complete the sentence right in the comments there, and so that we can all affirm that those affirmations together with you. So each day is a different affirmation, and so you can continue to build your affirmations, and there's an interactive process there for you. So I really want to thank you, and I really want to encourage you to continue to stay connected. Go back and watch that video if you're feeling down or you're feeling lonely, just like the words say. There are many gathered here together then love lives here, right? To lift you up, to rise you up, to lift you up in grace, right? So let's come together now and let's say our benediction together. So repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
It is this thing called love.
It is this thing called love.
Love is in my mind.
Love is in my mind.
Love is in my body.
Love is in my body.
Love is in everything I do.
Love is in everything I do.
I am it.
I am it.
I share it.
I share it.
And I receive it.
And I receive it.
Because love lives here. I love you all. Peace and blessings. Let's sing us out together. Jabal.
Sing with me, you guys. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, healing day. This healing, healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. Have a great day, everybody. Happy Sunday. See you next week. Love you all.
Don't forget, if you want to munch and mingle with your friends, we're moving over to Zoom here in just a moment. The link is go to Zoom and type in the meeting ID number 249-395-737. 249-395-737 for the meeting ID. We'll see you there shortly. I love you. Peace and blessings.